All right, here's a question for all of us. How far would you go? What would you do to get an iPad? Would you give up an organ? That's right. Sell one. A teenager in China did just that. The boy sold his own kidney on the black market so he could buy an iPad 2 and an iPhone. The 17-year-old apparently found the ad online and got about $2,500 for his trouble. And his parents, if you're wondering about them, they found out about what he did after he came home, after the surgery, and he had the gadgets. That is unbelievable. Can you imagine how many days he had to be gone to give an organ? It's not just like a, in-house service.
Yeah. Maybe he said he went on like a camping trip with his friends or something.
In China.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever wanted anything that badly in my entire life. I mean, I guess I give the kid credit because he was dedicated to getting what he wanted, but I can't imagine giving up an organ for a piece of technology that's going to be outdated in a couple months.
That's a good point, and I just think this story is wrong on so many levels.
Absolutely.
There's just so many questions to ask. I mean, like you said, it's not an outpatient procedure. It's, it's a kidney. Where are your parents? I guess the rules are a little bit different in China.
Yeah, where's
obviously,
the signature?
Any kind of consent. And now he has one kidney, and as you said, it was for an iPad, a piece of technology that's probably going to be outdated.
Can you imagine Steve Jobs? He's coming out of his hiatus to make an announcement. We have a new iPad and a new iPhone coming out. He only has one kidney left. What is he going to do? That's a sad situation.
Yeah.
All right, here's another question. How young is too young to get a traffic ticket? Well, take a look. We have this incredible story in Texas. Police ticketed a 10-year-old boy, this cutie, for having his seatbelt improperly buckled. Marshall Mays was in the car with his aunt when he said he sat forward and the belt slipped off his shoulder to his back. He was leaning out the window. So when the van was pulled over, the officer issued Marshall a ticket. Marshall's attorney says by law, the adult driver should have been ticketed since the boy is under the age of 15. Now, Marshall said he was so scared when it happened that when he was asked to sign the ticket, he wrote his middle name after his last name. Now, the boy must show up in traffic court with his parents. His parents hope the judge will dismiss the ticket. He said he was so scared when the officer said to him, I need your signature here. He said, I don't even have a signature. I'm just 10.
Yeah, well, we all know how scared we get when we get pulled over. Even if you see a police officer behind you, you tighten up on the wheel. You get
a little pricklies.
Right, you get a little,
Nausea.
This kid must have been freaking out. But I think maybe the heat has something to do with it. I lived in the South for a while, and people do crazy things when it gets hot. And I think the cop might have been having a hot day, and he was just like, I got to write a ticket here because, who knows?
A man.
Yeah. Maybe he's trying to, set an example by giving a child a ticket.
Yeah, give it to the parent.
Exactly, give it to the parents. Because when you're that young, it is a parent's responsibility to make sure that your children are obeying the law.
And the parents said that. Give us the ticket. Give the adult the ticket in the matter. And the police chief actually said, there was no malice involved in this issuing. We'll get it settled. Stay tuned. We'll let you know. Okay, what does fly fishing have to do with high-end fashion? Well, we're going to tell you right now. Fly fishing shops nationwide are at the center of a new feather-haired hair extension craze. Some feathers are going for hundreds of dollars or more than the usual prices online. The hot new accessories are not easy to come by. They come apparently from roosters that are genetically bred and raised just for their feathers. Fishing shops, do we have another shot? Have found it hard to keep up with the high demand, and many shop owners believe that the feathers should be found only at the end of a fly and not in a woman's hair. You can't really see it there. Apparently, Steven Tyler has made this a big fashion issue because he wears all those feathers in his hair.
Kesha does
which he can't get out because he's had them in there for decades.
I think it's a really cool trend. I actually kind of like it. I think it looks neat. But it just reminds me of how purple used to be the royal color because it was made from snail shells that you could only get and were so expensive. So for a long time, rare things that are found in animals have been high fashion. But I don't understand why fishing stores would be opposed to people spending a lot of money.
They're making money
in their store. Any PR is good PR. They're making money on these things. They've tripled the prices on some of these feathers. So I can't understand. I'm trying to wrap my mind around that argument, but I can't. I can't give those guys any credit for arguing on this. They're making money off of the product. It's something cool, and also by next summer, it's not going to be a fishing lure on somebody's head. It'll be something else.
Yeah, the people who used to like the feathers for their hair will be done, and it'll go back to just the feathers.
And that's why I don't wear a ponytail anymore.
But you can see.
I got rid of it. Yeah. I used to swing it around all the time, but
that was cool.
We aren't even hearing from the fishermen involved, who are the ones who should be upset. It's the fly fishing owners.
Right, the owners, yeah.
The shop owners.